one of the first lessons that I learned is that you can't assume anything. You really have to validate. You can't rely on your gut feeling or something that you learned during your previous job. You really have to validate, to get data, to get information to make sure that your assumptions are correct. Otherwise, you're basically driving with your eyes closed. So every time I join a new company, I start by performing an audit, kind of going back, seeing all the data, all the information that we have to make sure that it's not just based on ideas and assumptions, but rather on actual information. And when I joined Kolu early on, we didn't really have that data. We weren't collecting enough data about our customers, so it was pretty challenging to know who our customers were. And there were all these assumptions, so I remember early on talking to the founding team, interviewing the product team, the sales team, even some of the engineers. And there were a lot of assumptions and ideas, but no one really had data. So we thought our customers were predominantly male. We thought they were probably younger in age and potentially tech savvy. But I didn't have that information, so I wanted to validate it. And all I did is I put together a survey, super simple, Google Forms, and sent it out to our entire database. At the time, that was about 5,000 people. And within a week, I had about 100 submissions. And surprise, surprise, we were talking to a completely different audience. Our audience was actually split evenly between men and women. And our biggest age bracket was actually 30 and above, which was completely the opposite of what we imagined. And understanding that we have a very different audience than what we assumed was groundbreaking, because now we could tell a different story. We can change our means of communications. We can think about other channels, and we're going to be able to deliver a different type of value because those customers wanted something else out of our application. So it was super important that we understood who they were. But demographics are not enough. You also want some qualitative information. You want to be able to talk to customers and really get their point of view. There's something so unique that happens when you let customers speak their mind. And just to give you an example, when you go through the process of interviews, and I have to be honest, it was really challenging for me. It was a little bit embarrassing to randomly reach out to people, sometimes through text, and say, hey, do you want to meet me at a Starbucks so we can have a conversation about this company whose product you're using? And I had to get used to it. It kind of felt like going through online dating all over again. But once I kind of got through that challenge, it became an amazing process. We learned so much.